So, let's actually try and make use of Giratina this time. I'm going to just change the music. There we go. So, we actually managed to set up our Giratina and it got frozen. So, hopefully we'll be able to do it against this guy. Mid 1500s, and he's got pretty much Big C. So, Giratina doesn't like Xerneas. Apart from that, it looks alright. And I'm just going to bring Giratina anyway, because I've made this team around Giratina. It's going to be terrible in this matchup, but I'm going to bring Crobat and Giratina with... Actually, I'm going to leave Giratina in the back, because I want to take care of the Xerneas as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go with Crobat. Do I need Ferrothorn as a lead? Because I want Kyogre. I don't particularly want Manectric, so I'm going to go... Then, still have to sacrifice either Landorus or Ferrothorn. It's probably better to sacrifice... If I sacrifice Ferrothorn, I have to rely on Crobat. That's awkward. No, I'm going to lead with Ferrothorn. I'm going to have Kyogre and Giratina in the back to deal with the Groudon stuff. Not a good idea. Should have brought Landorus instead of Giratina. But oh well. That's why I built this team. So, hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully we can just take care of the Xerneas. Hopefully he doesn't even bring the Xerneas. That's not going to happen. But, there we go. That's what's he going to lead with. I wouldn't expect Kangaskhan, but there it is. So Giratina would have actually been an absolutely perfect lead, which is a shame. But I can freely switch out to it, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to Super Fang. Do I want to just Super Fang the Kangaskhan? Or do I want to go for the Crest? It doesn't really matter either way, because Giratina has a really good matchup against both of them. I'm going to Super Fang into the back, Kyogre as well. I'm going to Super Fang the Kangaskhan, and I'm going to switch out into Giratina. Because this way, if he fighting moves my Ferrothorn, does nothing. The worst he can do is double edge my Crobat. You can probably hear my puppy in the background. Excited about something. But there we go, here's the Giratina. And he's going to Mega Evolve, so there's no possibility of any scrappy stuff, which is nice. Unless he has Crunch or Ice Punch, then he can't really touch my Giratina if I just keep Calm Minding up. He's going to Fake Out into the Crobat, which is always a good play. So I'm going to get some Super Fang damage, or not, apparently. So that's really nice. And it's going to be a Calm Mind Crest as well. That's interesting. So I might need to taunt it to just shut it down now. Because you can double edge my Crobat for the KO now. Is it worth Tailwinding so that I can start doing stuff with Ground? No, because then I have a Ferrothorn in the back. That wouldn't be so good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Haze this turn. And I'm going to Calm Mind. Because Haze will go first. It will get rid of the Cresselia's Calm Mind boosts. Kangaskhan is going to withdraw, which is nice. And that is Facebook. So I should probably turn that off. There we go. Because I'm super professional like this. He's going to switch in his Xerneas so I don't haze away any Geomancies. So that's probably going to put him off going for Geomancies now. But I've got rid of the Cress's Calm Mind. I'm going to get my own, and now I'm super bulky. So I should be able to take Moonblast fair. Well, not Moonblast. Dazzling Gleams I'll take well. There's an Icy Wind though. Okay. So now we've got a little bit of mind games. Does he Geomancy? And because now I can haze away the Geomancy. But then I haze away my Calm Mind, so I don't really want to do that. And I can't taunt the Xerneas to stop that now. My dog seems to be very excited. Now, is it worth sacrificing my own Calm Mind boost? Or do I just go out into Ferrothorn? I think I go out into Ferrothorn. Because then I can start Gyro Balling. And I could Icy Wind as well and Tailwind. because then I can haze. But I've got Ferrothorn to deal with the Xerneas, so I'm going to Shadow Ball this Cress. Would he Geomancy? I would probably have thought he Geomancy, so yeah. So I could have haze, which is a shame. But next turn I can switch out my Giratina into my Crobat and Gyro Ball the Xerneas, but he could Protect on that. His Shadow Ball won't knock out the Cress, because I'm only at +1, and Giratina needs like 2 or 3 Calm Mind boosts to actually do something. But I should, theoretically, still take a Dazzling Gleam. It's just going to be Icy Wind, okay. So increasing my Gyro Ball's power. Yeah, because when that Xerneas gets KO'd, does he Protect on the... No, this should be fine. Ferrothorn should be fine against this. Okay, that's only just over half. And he's lefties as well, which is on it. What? Am I going out into Crobat? Oh, it's Kyogre. That's the wrong one. That's a shame. He got rid of my Calm Mind boost. Red card Cress. Interesting. And Calm Mind as well, so you take the Dazzling Gleams even better. That's quite cool. Red card has become an item that you should probably expect on stuff now. That's actually been used successfully. But I can just Gyro Ball this Xerneas. I don't see any reason not to. He could switch it straight out into his Groudon, but then he loses his Geomancy boost, which wouldn't really make sense for him. And I'm going to switch out into my Crobat, because I don't want to take it Dazzling Gleam. So I'm going to switch out my Kyogre first, which implies his Xerneas stayed in. If he protects his Xerneas, that's fine. The Cress doesn't really do anything. He's going to withdraw Cress. He's going to protect... Oh no, he's going to go out into his Groudon now. But because I've switched out my Kyogre, I can switch it back in for the Crobat and stop any fire moves on my Ferrothorn. It should work out. So what's he shown? Cress and then the Primals. I don't think he's shown his last one yet. You'd probably expect Kangaskhan. And he just Moonblasts. Interesting. So I'm going to lose my Crobat here. As I do. But then I am a banded Ferrothorn. That Xerneas is definitely gone. So now my Giratina looks amazing. He did show... He led with Kangaskhan, didn't he? Yeah, it was Kangaskhan Crest. So... Yeah, my Giratina looks awesome now. So I'm really pleased I brought it. So do I go into... I think I go into Giratina first and start Icy Winding. Because if I Icy Wind, then my Kyogre can just spout for the win. So I'm going to go into Giratina. Because if he goes into Kangaskhan, he can't touch it without Sucker Punching me. So it's going to be Kang. It's not going to be Cress. Now, does he Precipice Blades expecting the Kyogre switch? I'm going to stay in and Gyro Ball. Because I want an Icy Wind onto his Pokemon so that my Kyogre can... He is going to Sucker Punch. That's interesting. This won't do much. Just because it's a dark move, it won't do much. You look at that. And I'm not in Precipice Blade range. And I'm faster than the Groudon anyway. That's good to know. So he's going to be forced to Sucker Punch my Kyogre next turn. Hopefully he actually knocks out my Ferrothorn here. Or if not, actually no. Because he Precipice Bladed, now my Gyro Ball won't knock out this Kangaskhan. Maybe not the smartest thing. Because Gyro Ball... Ooh, so close. Gyro Ball on Kangs can knock them out in one shot. So Icy Winding was not optimal there. But he is probably in Icy Wind range there. Now, was I in Sucker Punch range? Got some mind games now. Because Precipice Blades is not a knockout on my Giratina here. Sucker Punch was, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that amount of damage was enough. So I'm going to Gyro Ball here. Hopefully sack my Ferrothorn, and I'm going to Calm Mind to avoid the Sucker Punch. He's going to withdraw Kangaskhan. Interesting. So either I get a free switch into my Kyogre, or I get a huge chunk onto this Cress, and then he can't Sucker Punch my Giratina next turn, which is really nice. So he's going to Precipice Blades. He does connect with both, and that shouldn't knock out Giratina. Okay, nice. So this is looking really good now. So I'm going to lefties back up. How much did it do? It did 55-ish, I think. So I could possibly take another one. So to go into Kyogre. I'm guaranteed a Water Spout here. There's nothing he can do to stop that. He can switch out his Groudon into Kangaskhan, but then I get a double knockout. I get some more lefties, and then, because I'm at +1, because I think I hazed away my first Carmine. No, I got red carded, didn't I? So I can definitely Water Spout. How many Carmines have I used? I've used 2. So I'm only at +1 right now. Now, you'd have thought Water Spout knocks out the Crest from there, but just in case, I'm going to... Have I Icy Wind into Crest? It could be faster than me, actually. But I'm going to Shadow Ball the Crest, because if he switches out his Groudon, then Kangaskhan gets knocked out because it's on almost no health. I really shouldn't have Icy Winded that turn. Like, I was thinking that I would lose my Ferrothorn, but since I didn't, that wasn't so optimal. He's going to sacrifice his Kang here. So he's going to lose both his Crest and his Kangaskhan. Then it's going to be 2-on-1 against my Giratina and my Kyogre. And I should win that. So I do get the double knockout anyway, so I should have calm-minded again. But some Cresses can live that Water Spout with half health, because sometimes it does just under. So Shadow Ball was a bit safer, but Calm Mind was definitely the better play. And I did outspeed his Groudon with my Giratina, didn't I? So I can just straight... I don't need to Icy Wind at all. I can just go straight for the Dragon Pulse. Yeah, that should be fine. Because Ice Beam... He can't knock out my Kyogre in one shot as well. So I have got this game. I'm almost certain. Because he's definitely slower. So I'm going to just Ice Beam and Dragon Pulse onto the Groudon. Dragon Pulse is just that tiny bit stronger than Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball can get the drop, but I don't need the drop at this point. Oh wow, that's really bulky. Maybe I did need Shadow Ball for the drop. Dragon Pulse should do a decent amount. That did a decent amount. That was a critical hit. I don't think I needed that. So the Precipice Blades won't knock out either of my Pokemon unless he crits my Giratina, which he doesn't do. So they're showing the Giratina's Bolt there is, what, taking like 50 or 60 HP from Precipice Blades. That's insane. But now Ice Beam... In fact, no, I'm going to finish it off with my Giratina. I'm going to Protect. And I'm going to Shadow Ball for style. And he forfeited. He didn't even let me take him out with Giratina. But that was really nice. I'm really pleased I brought Giratina there, because as soon as Xerneas got dealt with, you saw how little my Giratina was taking. Took Sucker Punches like it was nothing. Took Precipice Blades like it really was nothing. So, I don't know, maybe it's got a place if you can find the right team. This probably isn't the right team. It was built on the theory that if you just Intimidate and Snarl, then Giratina is unkillable. But there's too many threats. Like, Xerneas is everywhere. Yveltal is very, very common. So, if they disappeared, then Giratina would be amazing. But, there we go. That was pretty cool. I'm going to leave it as with one match there, because that was a really good match for Giratina. I don't want to spoil it in case I find a, like, I don't know, a Yveltal Xerneas team and it goes awfully. So that I'll leave it on a high. Thanks for watching.